40. Oop. Hello, friends, and welcome to Silent Podcast, RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under. I'm Robin from Human Resource. Oh yeah,
Silent Podcast.
I'm Robin from Human Resources.
I'm Elise Navy Dad.
And I'm Kels.
But today you're oh no, she better don't.
Today I'm oh no, she better never. Okay.
Oh, she better never.
She better never not done
RuPaul's
once.
got some explaining to do.
RuPaul's got a lot of explaining to do. So today this was a big episode of Drag Race Down Under.
I am so upset that all of this happened on this episode.
Yeah.
Because I was so excited to be like, oh my God, this is about to be the episode. The season's turning around. And then, oh no.
Do we just want to jump into the biggest part of it? Should we build? How are we feeling?
We could either, do we just want to start off with it? I feel like this is what everyone would care about. Like,
That's very true.
This is the big ticket item.
Because I feel like Elise has notes.
I mean,
I do have notes. Like, we could get to it when we get to it, but
I just don't know. I feel like people are going to be looking for our thoughts and feelings, and do we make them wait or do we just provide?
Provide. Let's do it. Let's dive.
Okay, let's just do it.
Okay.
I mean, what else can we have to say? Or one of us
That's
be like,
true.
no,
There also, if you looking at the episode, there also was barely any content to the episode aside from this moment,
Right.
Yeah.
because the mini challenge, the reading challenge was not good, and overall, I found as a whole it was boring. But I don't know if everyone else agreed, but I didn't think there was content or meat to the episode outside of this conversation, which is good. I just think it was handled wrong.
Yeah. So what happened if for some reason no one knows? When we got to the critiques on the runway,
it came up before that. Because it came up in the workroom.
Oh, it did?
Yes. So this is what I was gonna say.
Oh no, you're right. They were
in the workroom. And Scarlett, they were talking about things you regret in your life or things you've done in drag that you regret. And then Scarlett goes, well, I've done things that I regret when I did drag, when I started drag, or when, and then etc. goes, be specific, essentially.
What did you do?
Yeah, what did you do? And then she admits that she did blackface. I'm pretty sure she said multiple times.
Yeah, she did.
And then says that she did it when she was younger and she didn't know any better.
She said, when she was a teen.
Okay, so this is I wrote down this. How old is Scarlett?
She's 22, 23? Because I think she's one of those Aquaria girls that had been doing drag since they were a kid and now is experienced, however, is just
27.
Oh, 27?
Okay, so Scarlett Adams is 27 years old. Scarlett is saying, because I wrote this down because I was very curious. These pictures are from a couple of years ago. You're 24, 25.
Oh, so
You're
maybe that's what I was thinking.
Teenager. And she goes back and she says multiple times in the episode, she references being a dumb teenager.
Yeah. I guess that's why I was thinking she must have been younger.
Yes. So I got the math is not mathing.
Yeah. Did Kels go away?
Is Kels? Oh my gosh! Did her phone not at this? Wow! Oh. It's like at a game when someone. Oops, she's back. I think she got the computer.
I'm back.
Did you get the computer?
My computer.
Yes. What was the last thing you heard?
That she was not a teenager when she did this, and she kept trying to kind of minimize and say but I was a kid. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
And really it wasn't.
No. That was when that got brought up. And then I was very happy with etc. And the handling of the situation from etc's point of view to be also etc. was it was etc. and art. Everyone else didn't say anything.
Right.
As far as the edit.
Yeah.
They
already eliminated everyone of color, so
that's the
right.
But so that was the thing is I found it very interesting was Art Simone and etc. at least in the edit were the only people who really commented or said anything about it.
Yeah, I think that this episode was a ploy. I feel like they want us to like this queen, and I felt like they put this storyline in so that we would like her. Because the next part, which we'll get to, the attempt at forgiveness, I'm curious. I just don't think that this is. If it felt, the more times she said it over and over again, it felt less and less genuine.
Yeah.
It feels like the start of a redemption arc, but like there's no redemption arc from that.
There is, if it's cultural and if the show is going to let us buy that. And at that point I was like, you weren't a kid. You weren't a kid. I thought she was younger. So this happened recently. Still, it happened the same amount of time ago, which is what, 2-3 years.
Yeah, they're saying, like, from what I've read in articles, it was the pictures surfaced in there from around 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah. And I know that culturally they don't have the same standards and as far as like what's acceptable, but at the same time, it was hurtful. It was like the show didn't do much. It was kind of like not even a slap on the hand. It was kind of like the show was they accepted the apology. And I hope that it was sincere, but it just didn't feel that way.
Yeah, I agree. It didn't seem like it seemed like an apology you had to make.
Forced.
Rather than apology. Like if she would have gone on episode 1, been like, I've done some problematic things in the past. I am here to show that I am not that person anymore. I'm making my, like, if she would have just been like, yeah, I did it. And that is a piece of shit. I was a piece of shit.
Right.
Never again.
Right.
But she brought it up mid-season. And after another person of color was even there to have the conversation with her.
Right.
It was brought up after that. So I just felt like, I don't know. That's why the biggest thing for me, it seemed insincere.
And that's why I think that she's getting like you said, Robin, the redemption arc. It's going to be, she apologized. We forgive her, Well,
RuPaul forgives her.
So, Kels, I want to say, like, you're completely, like, right in that Australia is different. They're not at the same, like, America is further along in their journey. We're not at the end game at all, but like further along in their journey as far as like combating systemic racism than Australia is at all. So like, I guarantee you that until Scarlett was being held against the American audiences and an international audience, she's never been challenged or questioned ever. Because it does seem like, given the fact that Etc. was one of the only people who was like really going in there at her, like from that younger generation of people, I do think like there's not a lot of those people probably doing drag in Australia.
And I know they had that show that came on that was at the airport. Do you remember that show? No, it was on Netflix, and it was one of their actors, and they did multiple characters. I'll have to look it up.
Are you talking about Chris Lilly? He's a comedian. He does like Jamae and that man. Yes.
Yeah. And it seems it's very integrated into their mainstream culture that this is still acceptable. And until they kind of get a consequence for doing it, they're going to keep doing it. So I hope that Scarlett's response is genuine, and I hope that she doesn't do that anymore. But you never know. Once the show ends, we don't see these queens ever again, unless she wins, which I feel like that's the whole point.
I feel like there's a strong. Well, so we talked through the workroom thing. So then we get to the runway part.
Yeah.
And essentially, RuPaul, what I have a question about, and the reason why I mentioned the workroom thing is because, do you think if Scarlett didn't come out and say that in the workroom, RuPaul was even going to say anything at all? Because it felt very like Scarlett spoke first, and then RuPaul said something.
She responded.
Would this have been a conversation on the runway that in that way had Scarlett not volunteered that information?
That's very interesting.
I don't know. Yeah.
I thought it was okay. Go, Elise. Yeah.
I would just say my guess, unless we hear something about Karen, my guess is no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or maybe because I feel like even with like the only thing I can kind of reference it with, which is not the same topic, but it's the same kind of producer to host communication, would be the Willem thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if Rue knew how much of the rules. Well, honestly, most of the season 4 girls were breaking. And I think they saved it for a really big drama moment. I don't think this was the same thing.
No.
Okay. And I didn't hear Karen did blackface. I heard Karen collected little racist
dolls and the tattoo.
Yeah, and then she had a tattoo on her leg of one of the dolls.
Yeah, which is still gross.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. My guess is no.
We still another episode has gone by. Side note, and we still have not seen Karen's legs.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Oh, did she say she got the tattoo covered?
She said she got it removed.
Oh, after the show?
I don't know.
I don't know when she got it removed. Did you get it removed?
She's claiming she got. I'm pretty sure she in an article said she got it removed in like 2018.
Okay, so
I'm just finding it very odd that we have yet to see her legs.
Now I think it's odd that I haven't even noticed that I haven't seen her legs.
Oh, I've been looking though because.
And I thought the tattoo was on the arm, so I was way off. So
no, it's like on the it's like on her shin. It was allegedly. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's still there. I'm not 100% sure. Allegedly,
right? Oh my goodness. Well,
anyway, back to the task at hand. So
I don't know.
Question.
Yeah. I don't know what they're gonna do. I think that Scarlett's gonna win, and I think that the show is going in a weird direction. Well, this one is going in a weird direction anyways. Like, I don't know how I feel about Down Under at all. They're going to need another season to try again. You know, this is not a win. This is kind of a flop.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll get a second season.
Oh, I think so.
I don't think they will.
Really? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like once you do a drag race, it's just going to keep getting renewed until drag stops.
I don't know because their audience, I don't think the Australian audience even really likes the show.
Oh, well, that's true. I guess I don't know anyone Australian that's like been watching it. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't know their takes.
So I don't know. I feel like it's not a well received branch of the franchise.
Yeah.
Well, here it's not.
No.
Right.
Yeah. No. I think Dylan is going to join us.
Okay, yeah. Well, he'll pop in when.
But
when I get
so RuPaul essentially is the thing I wrote down was H&M angry. Here's Dylan.
Yeah.
Hey, Gorge.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
I'm getting some acai bowl right now, but I'm glad I saw this in time. I thought that we were starting at 8 o'clock.
Well, you still gonna be late.
So, what have you guys talked about so far? I
know we jumped right in with Scarlett Adams, and we're at the runway part with RuPaul excusing the blackface.
Oh God, I'm low key glad that I missed a little bit of that. That was so ridiculous.
It was bad. And the runway. So, like I was saying, she gets so mad about the H&M thing in UK too.
Yeah.
Like rip shit pissed, and then barely shows any emotion talking to Scarlett Adams.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think if Scarlett Adams was not a cute white boy, that they would still be in the competition?
2 wins.
Do you think it was like a, let's say, a less conventionally attractive male, or not male, or anyone, like if it wasn't like a little white twink? Do we think, because that's RuPaul's favorite?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I think you're onto something there.
To be honest, there's a couple reasons why I have a problem with this whole situation. RuPaul's Drag Race does background checks. There's no way that they did not know about this whole blackface situation. There's no way.
Okay.
Like, I feel like if they were going to address this, it's kind of a reunion thing, because to me it's more insulting that they addressed it and then let her stay in the competition, because it just comes off very phony, because it's like there's no way that you didn't know about this. Like there's no way. RuPaul is the executive producer, and it's not like it wasn't on social media or anything. Like, I don't know. I like with the Sherry Pie situation, I kind of understood it, because it's like that wasn't out there. Like, that was something that was happening behind closed doors.
Right.
But it's like with this, like, come on now. Like, she had been doing acts like that for a long time. Like, how long has she been doing drag again?
Well, she's 27, and we found that out now. And she's claiming she did this when she was a teenager, but the pictures are from a few years ago.
Yeah, so it's like she's been doing drag for a few years, like long enough for there to be Instagram. Like the photos of these are out there. So it's just, I don't know. It comes off very phony. I feel like if she was going to address this, they should have expelled her from the competition. Like, now you've addressed, now the whole competition, now they know that they have a contestant that has openly done, like, I don't know. I feel like there's a difference between you making a comment a few years ago that's like kind of fucked up, but and then just straight up doing blackface and straight up culturally appropriating. Like, there's no universe where you don't understand that that's wrong, even at a teenager. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it wasn't a teenager, it was recent. So
yeah.
But that means that she probably was doing it since she was a teenager.
Well, that's what I mean. She's like, and I found it interesting in the workroom. She like turns to Maxie and tries to like kind of get camaraderie or like justification for the way she acted. And Maxie kind of was just like, yeah, and growing up in that area, you say a lot of fucked up things, and like you realize it's wrong a lot later, and like etc. I again like shut it down. In that moment, it was just like, oh, well, saying something and doing something, like Dylan just said. That's what made me think of it. It's like,
But again, like, what kind of message are we putting out there that etc. was eliminated? It's giving very much. I don't know if y'all have seen Survivor, but when Kelly was voted off after coming forward about her sexual harassment from Dan Spilo, he got to stay and she had to go home. And now you've got the only two Aboriginal contestants on the show are out first, and you also have the only person that's basically like, no, it's not okay. Like, I know you're looking for approval, but it's not okay. Now, etc. is out the door. It's like, what kind of message are we sending?
Yeah.
You know?
Throw the whole franchise away.
That's the thing, is it just feels like kind of like tainted.
Yeah. Can we just have like Down Under just be like New Zealand girls? Because they're fun. They're great. I'm loving New Zealand girls.
I love New Zealand people.
And that's what's shitty about this whole situation, is I do feel like it's like a dark cloud over the whole season, which is so shitty for the people who like are entertaining and worth watching the show for.
Yeah. And have been waiting for so many years to get this kind of exposure. And then they finally get it, and this stupid bitch. Well, I guess two stupid bitches kind of fuck it up.
Also, why haven't they addressed Karen from finance?
Well, that's the big question.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel like they're pushing Karen along a little bit. Like, I felt like Karen should have gone home a while ago, but
there will be a YouTube video made by that drag detective person. That's like the riggery of Karen from finance. It will be made.
Oh my god, I love that channel. I love that channel. I love it. They have some bad takes sometimes, but it's entertaining to watch.
Oh yeah,
nonetheless.
Yes, I do like those videos. Did y'all watch the apology video too?
You mean just her crying for 7 minutes? Her like, I'm so That's most of it.
Oh, okay. So she more elite it.
I did not appreciate the fact that like half that video was her trying to flex a little bit. Like, oh, okay, I know I did all of this shit wrong, but like here's all the stuff I've done now. It's like, what? Like, no, like shut up. And also, I really dislike when people try to disassociate themselves from their actions by saying, "Oh, I was this. I don't know who that person is." Like Shane Dawson did that shit too, and it really bothered me. It's like, no, that's you. Like that's still you. That's not a different person. Like it may have been you at a younger age, but that's still you. Like, I don't know. I feel like everybody has done or said things that they weren't proud of when they're younger, but it's like, instead of acting like that's not you and trying to like psychologically trick us, like I don't think she's intentionally trying to psychologically trick us, but that's kind of what you're doing, is like you're psychologically tricking people into disassociating you from your racist actions. Like just admit to it, like seriously, and take accountability.
That's the thing, is like you need to take accountability, and that whole ownership thing of like saying, oh, I don't know that person, or oh, I don't that's a way of getting out of taking the accountability of it. Whereas if you are just like, no, those were things, instead of associating it with like a younger version of yourself or like a different person, like, no, those were things I said when I was ignorant. Those were things I did when I was ignorant. I have since gotten an education and educated myself, and now know that my actions were incorrect, and I'm taking X, Y, and Z steps to like make amends for those actions,
to rectify.
That is the adult thing to do.
Yes.
Right.
Like,
yes. Yeah. Instead of saying, "Oh, I donated to this. Oh, I've worked with POC." But I love how she says POC. She doesn't say black. Like that's another thing. It's like, you doing blackface affects the black community. Like specific. Like she says POC. Like, I don't know. That's another thing that's weird to me too. Like, not to ouster other people of color, but like, you doing blackface specifically affects the black community, and it felt like she was afraid to even use the word black or African Australian, I guess is the word. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. The whole apology was really weird to me.
Yeah.
And I wonder what their relationship is with black people, or people black people down there. I don't know that. And I think that because it's so minimal, they might use POC more frequently. Why do I feel like I'm helping this apology, giving her an apology? I'm really not.
By the end of this podcast, she's like, you know what? Scarlett was right.
It's the damn therapist in me. No, I think what she did is wrong.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't like, and Dylan, you're nailing it hardcore.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely. So I don't know. I think that we're going to end up seeing her go much further in this competition, and there's going to be this, like you said, a cloud over this season. So we'll see what happens.
Do we think that she'll win?
I do. She has the most points, and there's so many. Like you have to have won a contest by the 5th episode to even be a contender.
Yeah.
We're at episode 5. There's only 3 girls left that have won. Yeah. I'm like, it's hard to think not. What do you think, Dylan?
I don't think that she will be crowned, but I do think she'll be in the top 3. Okay. But a fear of mine, genuinely, is that we're going to have 3 problematic queens in the top 3. We're going to have, I think it's going to be Karen. I think it's going to be that bitch, and I think it's going to be Art Simone.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be the top 3. So there's kind of going to be like no choice.
Is Art Simone problematic?
No, but Art Simone left and came back, and it's kind of unfair how she came back over.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Well, no, there was a thing about her also blackfishing.
Oh.
There was a thing about her like darkening her skin in like some of her photos. But I think that she came out and said it was a filter or something. I don't know. But
black people filter? That's real.
She also culturally appropriated Asian culture. It was like she dressed up in like kimonos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I think that in that top 3, they would give it to Art Simone just because she has the clout, and of the 3, she has she's the least problematic.
And I think she's the best.
That's the thing. Out of the 3 of them, I think she's the best one.
Yeah,
she is.
It sucks because like, if you like separating Scarlett, the drag on her body and what she looks like, I don't hate her drag. And that's what's unfortunate about her being a shitty, terrible human being.
Person. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, I think you have really cool ideas. I think that a lot of your ideas are shitty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to like the talent, but not like the person.
I agree. I can see that.
It's just like my friend always says, like, just because you're friends with someone doesn't mean you have to like their drag. It doesn't mean you have to like it. Just because you like a person doesn't mean you have to like their drag. Like, just because you dislike a person doesn't mean you have to dislike their drag. Like, I will say I will not be complimenting her anymore on this show.
No.
We're past.
Don't worry, I have a list of non-compliments to give her later.
I saw someone raise an excellent point too. Someone had said, I forgot which channel it was, but that Coco and JoJo should have been in the room when this situation was happening.
Well, they said that. Elise said that, yeah.
And I think a great idea could have been, you know how they would sometimes bring the guest judges backstage for Untucked? They could have brought those two in because they knew they were going to have that conversation. Like, Rue was like, oh, I just heard that you did that. Like, no, you knew. They could have brought those two in and had them there for the conversation because it's like, it's just a room full of white people talking about the situation when it shouldn't be.
Oh, I forgot. Dylan, you weren't here when I said that. So do you think if Scarlett didn't mention it in the workroom that RuPaul would have brought it up?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that RuPaul and the whole crew already knew about it.
Yes.
I think the only reason why they had to bring it up
I agree.
was because exactly.
And I think genuinely that when she was talking about it, it felt very like you could tell she was very like uncomfortable talking about it in the workroom. I feel like that was probably a conversation with a producer where she was like, I want to do this. I'm going to say this. And the producer was like, I don't think you should do that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, that doesn't sound like a great idea.
Yeah. And then she did it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I think that she knew that this stuff was going to come out. I think she already knew that at some point it would come out, so she wanted to be able to have
control the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
So she's being preemptive strike.
I wonder. I don't know how big she already was in Australia. Like, I wonder, did any of the other queens in the competition like know about it?
Probably.
We're like, oh, that's that bitch who did blackface.
I have
absolutely.
Like, what were people's like? I'm surprised it wasn't brought up sooner if they did know about it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That'd be the first thing I said.
Right.
Trust me.
Oh, that's the blackface girl.
Yeah, I would
I'm like, oh my god, blackface girl.
Oh my god.
Because I need someone else to go home first. Not me.
No.
To her.
I don't know about you, but if I knew about that, I would have gone on the main stage and been like, Rue, this bitch did blackface. I don't feel comfortable with being in the competition with her. I think she should go home.
And Rue would say, I
eliminate you. I forgive her.
I forgive her.
I forgive her. Like, please.
I don't know. It just felt like a cop out.
It felt like that moment in the workroom when RuPaul hugged Plastique and said, I'm your new mommy.
Oh, Lord.
It had that same energy of like.
It did, though.
I mean, I know we forgot about our list of top 10 drag race people that we want to have sex with, but Plastique Tiara, I would also hug her until I'd be her mommy. So very down with that.
So would I. I love Plastique Tiara.
Someone clip that, send it to Plastique.
Please, yeah, honestly.
I'll
shoot my thought. Do we want to? Yeah, do we have anything else? Any like final statements? Not final, but we'll get back to it. But like before we actually talk about the episode.
I don't know. To be honest with you, the only reason why I'm going to continue watching the show is because of the recap. If it wasn't for the recap, I'd be done with the show already. Because it's like, it's not even fun to watch.
Is this the recap?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the recap.
Burn it down. Burn it down. We can move on. We can learn Spanish together and go and watch Spain.
Yes.
We can end.
Except
Australia.
my favorite person went home first, and I'm so sad about it.
That was your favorite person? The Macarena?
The Macarena.
I will say, like, the preseason, my favorite, but also my favorite drag name I have ever heard.
Oh, yeah.
The Macarena.
The Macarena.
That's your favorite?
I love it.
It's so funny.
The Macarena. What's your drag name? The Macarena. Like,
okay.
Just in full like a gown and big hair. What's your drag name? The Macarena.
Okay, and I also like Let's Do the Macarena.
The opener of her show is
Macarena.
Kels, I don't know why you're questioning it to someone named Elise Navy Dad.
Also, yeah.
Not her.
I love it.
I cannot wait.
Can I also tell you how many people confidently come up to me in drag speaking full Spanish?
Oh my gosh.
And it was like,
you're just like, see.
yes, work. Sí, mami, sí, papi, yes. Oh, gracias. Sí, gracias.
Oh my gosh. No, literally though, when I had forgotten to watch the episode of it. So when I saw like the lip sync clip and it said the Macarena versus whatever, I was like, they had them lip sync the Macarena the first episode.
That would be iconic.
I was like, okay. Like, is that all Ru knows about Spanish culture?
I've never wanted a lip sync more than the Macarena now. That sounds like the absolute
Call lip sync a sensibility. It's change one of the things.
Absolutely. I make the list. I'll do it. Well,
yeah, let's talk about the actual episode now.
Yeah, I mean, there's honestly not a lot to it except for what we talked about, so we can breeze through this one. But yeah, last week Scarlett won the challenge for some reason, and
I hated it.
Home.
I didn't think
hater it.
Yeah. Once again, yeah, I will reiterate. Yeah, I don't think Scarlett should have won.
No, it was a romper. I'm still mad about the fucking romper.
The fucking romper. Goddamn! I swear to God.
I didn't agree with the bottom two either. I don't know. I thought the bottom two was very weird.
The whole episode was bad.
Yeah, it was produced, let's say. I think it was a producer moment. But yeah, we had a mini challenge, and it was usually my favorite of the season, the reading challenge.
Oh.
And I had a top two, like by far.
Okay, what are your top two?
I thought Kita and Art were like the two.
I thought Kita was the one.
Okay, work, yeah.
When she said electroshock, man, I was like, done.
That was really good. I think,
honestly,
Art Simone's they them joke is what put like me over the edge. I was like, oh, that.
I think Art's comedy is too wordy.
Yeah,
well, that's fair.
From the beginning, since the very beginning.
It's like their critique for Bendela when she was doing stand up. She was too smart for her own good.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know how when you're like if you have to over explain the joke, it's not funny.
Yeah.
No.
That's why I agree that Kidda was probably number one, just because if you can make a whole room laugh and you only need to say one word, you're the winner. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
and I always do want to like see the full like reading chat. Like I'm sure there was other like goods and bad jokes in there that maybe
I don't think we get a full YouTube video though, like we normally do.
Yeah.
No. Was there anyone you thought bombed it?
I don't know. I can't really remember a lot of other people's. I remember I loved when Electra came up and just like, hey. Like a picture guy. That I thought was really funny. I don't know. I don't remember what Scarlett did. I thought Etc. had like maybe one good one in there, maybe two. Oh yeah, as a person that I liked Etc. this episode.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, she got me back. I hated her for 2 weeks and now I'm back.
Karen was really good.
Just in time to get out. Oh yeah, Karen I thought did really bad because
Karen was
supposed to be really good.
And I was like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know why Karen is still there, to be honest with you.
Trixie and Katya.
Yeah, no, literally think that's the only reason why. I think she was picked from the beginning to beat that top three. But it's like it hasn't warranted being in the top three.
No.
Because I think the top three was always going to be Art Simone, Karen from Finance, because those are the two queens that Americans already know. And some fun third place plucky startup girl. Like, you know, that girl. The fun, like, jazzy one, which unfortunately looks like it's going to be Scarlett.
Yeah. I'm telling you that will probably be the top three.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But
I'm interested to see how they're gonna push Karen there though, because it's like Karen's just been bottom threeing it for the last half of the competition. So I'm ready to see how
people have done it.
Mm-hmm. They've done it before and they'll do it again.
I mean, shit, they got I don't know. I was gonna say Candy did good in a couple episodes.
She did.
Yeah. Do we even want to talk about like the shooting of the commercials at all, or do we just want to do runway and then skip to the final product?
Let's do runways and go to the final product, because I don't think the filming. Here's the thing: I don't think the filming of the commercials told us anything we weren't going to learn.
Exactly.
Right.
Work. Well, runway. The category, I believe it was finest Sheila in the bush.
Yes.
Yes.
Which just looked like everyday woman.
Yeah, that just meant woman to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently not to RuPaul.
No.
Also, I have it somewhere later. I'm like, so does RuPaul not understanding the category until midway through judging?
RuPaul didn't even know what a bogan was.
I know. I'm actually really fearing for RuPaul because it's like slowly but surely she like does not know any of these references.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I just hope RuPaul gets replaced when they do the all winners.
Who would you have replace her?
Brooklyn Heights. I don't know. Can you imagine a non-winner comes on and like judges all winners? There's like, eh.
I feel like it would have to be like Bianca.
Well, that's the thing. It's going to be a Bianca or a Bob.
Or Alaska maybe. I can see.
Or Alaska.
Those Bob and Alaska, I think the actual two that would be like I think the best replacement.
Yeah.
Correct.
I think Tyra Sanchez.
Not James. Not her. But up first on the runway was Elektra. She had the lovely little painted hair, black through, man chest out. I loved it. I thought it was simple. It wasn't anything new, but it was clean.
That's what I felt. Yeah.
It was very good for Elektra.
The rhinestones around the nipples. I noticed. I saw it. I appreciate.
Yeah.
It gave it. I think it did give a little something extra. Like it wasn't just like boy chest. But the chest was nice. It
gave what she needed to give.
Yes, I agree. I did enjoy that the earrings matched the bird tail. I did notice that. That was lovely. Sparkle little silver on there.
I wasn't really a fan of the hair.
Or the hair? Yeah.
It kind of it looked like she was balding a little bit.
Well, she is bald.
Well, I mean,
her painted on hair had a bald spot.
Oh yeah. Wait. Paint on your own bald spot. Yes.
That's a look.
They kind of look like baby hairs a little bit, but like not in a good way.
Yeah, I liked the tendrils coming down. I thought it was a fun little.
Be a Betty Boop.
That's how they do it in Australia.
Okay.
But yeah, up next after Elektra was Keita Maine. I loved this butterfly gown with the big like neck piece. I didn't really have any critiques, honestly. I loved it.
I liked it. I do like an overly cinched waist. So I wish that she would have went there. But overall, I mean, it was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous.
I really liked it. I liked the purple used. Like it's a really deep, like eggplant purple. I thought that was beautiful. And then the arrangement of butterflies, I thought good job.
Yeah.
What about you, Robin?
I really liked it.
Love it.
I was just going to reiterate what everyone else said.
Oh yeah. You're like, get out.
Love it.
But up next was then Maxi in this what is it, picnic at the on the cliff or something? Somewhere they're having a picnic. You did not, Robin, you did not like this.
I hated it.
It looked like bed sheets.
Yeah, it looks like sheets. I did not enjoy.
You're like, that sheet is not gonna fly.
Yeah. I liked it, except the eyebrows was where it lost me. Was the eyebrows.
I thought the makeup was weird, and I thought the dress just didn't work.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite, but I understood the reference. It was different for her.
Okay.
It kind of reminded me of the sea-sickening look that she did a little bit, though.
Yes, it's very the pearl, which also was not a great look.
Maybe
the thing, it felt white.
Felt like something I've seen her in.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hated the shoes. You might have only saw them in the lip sync, but when I saw those shoes, I said, these are, it was like it looked like I almost like put my leg up, my I'm wearing shorts right now. Like literally like a thigh high, like or like a knee high, like black, like go-go boot is like it did not go with the outfit. But you didn't see it until she was like flopping around lip syncing. And that was
I like Maxie, but her drag is just very frumpy. Like it's giving me Heatherly Cameron a little bit. Like it's very like frumpy mother of the bride that doesn't know how to style, that has no style. Like I think my favorite look was probably the No Place Home look that would like the prawn thing that she did. But it's just I don't know. I like her, but her looks are just very like dowdy.
This is very much the case of I like her, but I don't like her drag.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, speaking of not liking her drag, or I guess maybe just not liking her, Karen from Finance was up next. She came out in volunteer firefighter pantsuit. I thought it was a gown.
It was a gown.
No, it was pants. I thought it should have been a gown.
I thought it was a gown.
No, I think it's. I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was pants.
I think it's wide leg pants. It's two.
Is it pants or a gown? This is the.
I'm looking it up.
Blue dress, gray dress, silk dress.
If it was like a mermaid gown, I think I might have liked it better. Like if it was a fitted like.
Have you guys ever been to like
a glamour? But I think it was pants.
They're selling those like hippie elephant pants.
Oh, like gaucho pants? Yeah, I think it was like a big like a fancy gaucho pant.
It's supposed to be an illusion that it's a dress, but really it's pants. I don't know. It made her look like a box. Like it was very boxy. And I get that was kind of the idea because it's a firefighter uniform, but you're supposed to be like making it like runway ready. It just doesn't look good. Again, it looks very hodgepodge. Like, and also I didn't understand the koala. Like, was there a story behind that? Or
yes,
yeah, when Australia was on fire,
she was rescuing the animals in the forest.
Oh, that is true. I think it might have just been when me and Robin were on. Did you know what happens when koalas get too hot? So like on all these bushfires, what happened to the koalas? They explode.
I forgot about that.
They explode. So I'm waiting for a number about or like a fun joke about exploding koalas somewhere on Drag Race.
I never want to hear it. I don't want to hear that joke.
The only koala
could be funny. Well, I'll think of one by the time this podcast is over.
Well, that's a cute message, but again, I just don't like the look. I don't like the hair with this.
Why are you guys saying this bad stuff about Tina Burner?
You already know my thoughts on her, so.
It does look like something Tina would wear, though.
I thought it looks like something that Tina would wear, but Karen did it like 500 times better.
It's
my gosh!
I'm like so gagged it's pants.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like it the first time I watched the episode, but then when I just rewatched it, I was kind of like, I think I like it.
I don't like it. I didn't like it. I wrote it down and I said I did not like it. I thought the message was great. I thought, again, it makes her look boxy. Her waist could be way more. I'm looking at the picture now. Yeah. And also, it should not be pants.
No. Yeah, and that's why I said I also think it should be a gown. Like if it was like a fitted, like tiny waist, big hips, and like a mermaid kind of silhouette, like that would have been fierce.
I would have loved like a princess ball gown skirt.
Oh, that would
like
have
been the jacket giant flared out into a like with a
gorge.
Ah,
yeah, that would have been it. That would have been it.
If it was gonna be pants, the pants should have been kind of more like a cat suit. Like they should
have been fitted pants.
Yeah.
This just looks like it doesn't fit. Like it's not supposed to be together. Like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. So
it's a boob.
Who knows what's I don't not know what was going through Karen's head with all these runways when she was getting ready for Drag Race. Who knows?
She in top 3, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But after Karen was Art Simone. She had the lovely little like I believe it was like a cork like hat and a jacket or something. Then she revealed into Kath.
Which was Kath?
Like, was that her like backup snatch game?
Yes, absolutely.
Personally, I wish she just came out as Kath.
Yeah, I think that would have been great. But also, I guess Karen kind of just did that and. Oops.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I think the weird wine cork jacket, it didn't look cute to me.
I don't know why she did it. It was like that That's her extra go-to reveal.
Yeah.
You know,
that might be. Maybe it's a. Is cork like a really big Australian thing? Maybe
I think
like,
it was supposed to be about like
reference?
Australian wine or like
yeah,
it was like a wine. It was like a brownish, wineish red. Like I don't fucking know. It was ugly.
Make it stop.
That if this was like a Snatch Game look, that it would be a 10 out of 10 because it's like, you know, it is very fitting. It does give very grandma drug lord. I am here for it, but again, for the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race Down Under season 1, like.
I would like for us to watch the first episode of Kath and Kim and report back, because we have had 2 Kath and Kim characters, and I still have
the same one. We've gotten the same one.
I have no idea who this gal is.
Yeah,
I don't really either.
We should watch and report back. Maybe then we'll appreciate this drag.
Yeah. Well, then we come back and be like, Art Simone is winning.
Did you watch? You watched UK too?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I know. Yes, and Taste. Yeah.
Yeah. I personally liked it when Taste did it. I thought it was very funny when Taste did it. I think that this is someone who requires you to talk.
Yeah.
Like presenting it as a runway look, like except I will say Sheila from the Bush, it makes sense.
Yeah.
To be that character.
Yeah. Again, this is a good costume. I like it. Cool. But it's like if we're no, you know? And that's but I don't hate it. It's not I don't know. I don't feel like we're on the main stage. I feel like you wear it for Snap, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else about Art? Nah, yeah. But after Art was etc. with the lovely little green reveal coat into the burnt tree stump.
Too much story.
It was too many layers. I wrote that. I was like, too much story, too many layers.
Yes.
I mean, again, the concept is cool, but it's. I thought the first look, it looked like actual. Like it looked like she just like went to like Michael's craft store, threw everything all over herself. But
it looked like the backdrop from a musical.
Yeah, it did look like a backdrop to a musical.
Once on this island as a coat.
Yes, once on this island, the coat.
Oh my god!
It also felt like I have this black dress that I can wear under this green thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll pull out this red string and I'm on fire. Like, and this is me saying that as like one of Etcetera's, like I am an Etcetera stan. But this look, I was like, too many layers, too much story. It also just like 3 separate ideas.
It does look like she's wearing a high school production of little on her.
I loved it.
I knew it. I was like, I loved it. I love it.
I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. It was tacky. It was fashion. It was everything that I want. It gave me, like, the jacket gave me Very Hungry Caterpillar, and then she revealed and gave me Sasha Velour. Like, I loved it.
Oh god.
I like it. But that's my kind of drag too. I love like gaudy, tacky, too much. I think it's fun. It made me smile. Cool. Did I understand the reference of anything she was saying? Absolutely not. Did I love it? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I said, Etc. got me back on this episode a little bit. I liked her. She was fun, but not the commercial. But we'll get there. And then up last we had Scarlett. Scarlett Adams. I got the reference. I thought it was ugly.
Yep.
Let me pull up the look again.
Ugly. The worst.
Here's the thing. I hear Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, and I think bright color.
Bright color. Foam.
Yeah. I don't
like it. It looked like a costume.
Yeah.
And I thought they always tell the girls like it shouldn't be a costume. It should be an outfit, fashion. Yeah, but it just looked like she really took that off the set.
It kind of reminded me a little bit too of Beauty School Dropout. You know how like the women wearing like those silver hair comb hair. It gave me that a little bit too. I mean, it's just a gray bodysuit.
Gray bodysuit, gray
with a chunky corset.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't understand the corset. I don't know. Sometimes these queens wear the corset over something, and it's like, no, you should have worn that underneath it. Like
queens wear corsets over things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not just a drag race queen. That's a drag queen thing in general.
Yeah, it's true.
But you know what?
I used to. Here's the thing. Every baby queen wears a corset over an outfit. Every baby queen has done it. I believe it thoroughly. But guess what? You learn that you do not.
Yeah, you learn real quick. You say, Well, mostly because you put on a corset, you're like, this.
Do you not wear a corset?
I've done it like 3 times, maybe. I just have giant fucking pads. So that way, the bigger my butt is, the smaller my waist looks.
Also,
I'm fat, so I have to suck it all in and rearrange it.
My waist looks like fucking Violet Chachki. I have such a big ass.
Yes.
We love that.
And I'm also living for Dylan's Just for Feet. Thank you.
Oh.
I hope you're watching and not just listening.
Yeah, tune in. Take some screenshots.
Oh my gosh, wait. I did have my feet up.
I mean, hey, if that's what this podcast is, I got feet right here.
You want more rating?
Let's diversify.
Not this. We are not comparing feet. Not this.
I mean, not for free, but like we can.
You know, there
There's
you go.
3 viewers now. We are not comparing feet.
At 99. I'm not.
Let's talk about the commercial.
Yes.
So the first commercial was Electroshock.
Mm-hmm.
And she did the topped.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I would like to say that did y'all say it was a yeast spray last time?
I did say that. I did say that. Yes. I'm now figuring out that a yeast spread is Vegemite.
Yeah.
And that makes so much more sense than what my brain was trying to say.
Yeast spray.
I just
go ahead, Elise.
Oh no, I was just spraying something. Okay, yeah. Well, this is my girl, so you know I fucking love this. I was waiting for her to finally have a good week. I thought these pants are lovely. These lovely blue little sparkly pants, loved them. Makeup, terrible. Pants, lovely. It was topped by busted spreads. I enjoyed that it had a little extra thing. The and talent was very funny. Charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. I think that's when she clinched it right there. And I'm pretty sure I know what this means. I just have in my notes, I would top her. So I'm assuming that means what I thought it meant.
7 drag queens you probably know. You can go find her on the street. That's the problem with Elektra's makeup that bothers me so much is she looks like every local queen I know.
Yeah, but they are nowhere near Drag Race. Like that's also the thing. It's like those girls that will be on Drag Race in 8 years, not now.
An extra.
But she's there.
I switched to my computer because my phone was about to die.
We've
been there.
We've never had that happen here before.
Yeah. In the same podcast, even. Wow. Yeah, I really liked her commercial.
Yeah, her commercial was aight.
Yeah, it was fun.
Did you like it?
I mean, I guess, we can move on. We can move on to Kita.
Yeah. I don't know. I hate being so negative about these queens. It's just, I'm really not living for the season. Like,
yeah. And I'll say this
there's some highlights. There's some highlights coming up. There's some highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look to the rainbow.
And this is probably honestly one of the hardest challenges I think to do in the Drag Race echelon is the branding challenge. Like,
well, I also think to do it about something so random as like, even though like Vegemite is like assimilated in their culture, like it's also not something that any drag queen ever would sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, maybe let's see what happens. Maybe there's a market for it. Let's find out.
There's a market for everything.
I will say Elektra is one of the only people that I wrote anything next to. Everyone else I wrote meh.
Yeah,
this was
Elektra has kind of bounced back, and I'm really proud of her. Even though I didn't think that she should have been in the bottom, quote unquote, during Snatch Game. I thought that Ru just didn't understand the reference to Schitt's Creek. But she's really starting to bounce back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it blew my mind that Rue didn't understand that was a Schitt's Creek reference to Moira, because it's like Schitt's Creek is like big LGBT thing, like recent
She
LGBT.
didn't get it. She didn't get it. I didn't even think.
Mm-hmm.
She had no idea. She maybe has never seen the show.
Probably not. Even though it's like really like I haven't even seen the show and I knew the reference. I understood it because I've seen like little bits and pieces on YouTube about it because there's some really high profile people in it. And I thought that she did the same thing with Valentina, because when Valentina did Eartha Kitt, she made a reference to Emperor's New Groove, and Rue clearly didn't understand the reference. When she was like, "Pull my lever," like that was what Yzma said.
Yeah.
But again, that's kind of showing Rue's age a little bit, which I don't know if that's a good thing. And not age shaming when I say that, but it's like, I feel like if you're going to judge a competition that's all about pop culture reference, you need to be immersed in pop culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like these hot takes, Dylan.
I try.
But also, guess who's not going to change anytime soon? RuPaul. So study up on your 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Yeah.
So next up was Keita Mean, who did meh, as my notes say.
Yeasty nuts.
Yeah.
The Divine reference I liked.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was cute. It was a donut filling.
Yeah, I thought it was just weird and random and meh.
I have ew gross there, but I think once you have the Divine reference, you get to be a little gross.
Who has had Vegemite among us?
I have tried it once. It was unpleasant.
What does it taste like?
Sounds like a disease.
Like nothing. Like it.
Does it go in a donut?
I don't think so. I wouldn't.
Also, definitely not out of a jar. Who puts donut filling in a jar?
It says that you're supposed to put it on toast, and it was
like
made
their
in
peanut butter.
Is it their avocado?
Maybe it might be their avocado.
It looks like burnt shit, and I'm not even saying that to be funny. It literally looks like burnt feces.
Like what they were putting on their face. I think that was it. Like,
do you really?
It was.
I got it out of a tube, never a jar.
I have heard of it before, but I've never
I've heard of it from Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's Our Lips Are Sealed film, where they had to be going to the witness protection program in Australia. That's how I knew what Vegemite was.
That is hilarious.
Very big time for them. I will say that was my introduction to it as well.
Yeah, that was my introduction to Australia.
Never heard of a kangaroo.
Mary-Kate and Ashley.
Oh, I love Mary-Kate and Ashley.
But yeah, I think Keita did fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
Meh.
Yeah. Who was after her?
Maxie Shield.
Yeah. Horn bag yeast concentrate.
Meh.
Horn bag yeast concentrate.
The definition of names.
It was, I did not like it the first time I watched it, but then going back, I heard some of the jokes more. Maybe they weren't presented well, but I liked the roommate joke. Like, it's not a new joke, but like when you order all this food, then you have to act like you have a roommate. That was a funny joke. Oh, and it comes in patches for the girl on the go. That was funny.
Okay.
But it didn't have any energy or originality. So
I also think they said it was about being horny, and she didn't do that.
Yes, I also said that.
She literally had two people playing with a cat on her and tickling one of them. What? Fully clothed, like in matron clothes. Those were matron shoes.
Oh,
those were matronly shoes. Someone lied to her.
She was giving me very much got milk spray.
Yes, it was. It was giving that.
Yes,
I do enjoy that she put that runway back on almost. That with that same hair and like a different little jacket, but the same cut. I think it was in gold this time.
Yeah,
the same outfit, and I saw that. I'm like, she looks great. Good for her. She looks great.
Good for her.
Knows her cuts.
Do you ever think that about someone when they just look extra good? You're like, good for her.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
myself.
Good for her. Yes. Every time I look in the mirror, good for her.
Good for her.
First time I saw Elise.
Good for her.
Good for her.
Get that bitch out of here. Get her out.
Eliminated. Next up was Karen.
Who?
Discharge,
Exactly.
I believe, is her middle name now.
Discharge.
Karen Discharge Finance.
Bored.
Yeah. Just boring.
Boring.
No jokes.
Where are the jokes? Who's
you
next?
are a comedy queen. Like you
Where
walked in and said,
the jokes?
like
She's
you
not a
are
comedy
the
queen.
comedy queen. What happened?
She's
Where
not
are
a
the
comedy
jokes?
queen.
I don't think she is a comedy queen.
No.
I think, did people just like say she's funny? Because
Yes.
I've never like noticed her to be funny. I just didn't know. I've never actually seen her
never
do
known
anything.
her to be funny. I think here's the thing. I think Trixie and Katya went, ha ha, your name is so funny.
Yep.
And then went on the internet and said, ha ha, she's so funny.
Right.
But I've never seen her be funny. I've never heard her tell a joke.
Mm-hmm. Well, turns out.
Well, to be honest with you, when I heard them referencing Karen from finance, I didn't even realize that there actually was a Karen from finance. I thought they were just like making that up.
Names.
Like I never went and looked up, oh, let me go look up the drag queen Karen from finance. I was like, oh, that's funny, I guess.
Yeah.
So I don't know why that reference is pushing her so forward. Like,
yeah,
like who cares? Like, has she made you guys laugh this whole season?
No, not once.
No.
No.
And casual drag fans, and especially like this is the thing, Drag Race fans and Trixie and Katya fans are very different.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people who watch like Trixie and Katya on the internet don't watch Drag Race. And so now that's the thing is I think that's why Karen is on the show and getting so pushed because they're tapping into that market of people who are not Drag Race viewers yet, but they're Trixie and Katya fans.
Right.
Trixie and Katya probably aren't even fans of her though.
No, I know.
They're not. They're probably
Like,
not.
exactly.
No,
I mean, they didn't mention her other than that one episode.
Yeah. It just happened to be the first episode.
Yeah.
And that's what
seriously
I think set it off.
I don't know.
But I will say I did really like her eye makeup in that commercial. They did a nice close up and I said that's lovely.
I think she paints really well. I think she usually has a clean face.
Mm-hmm. Except for all the makeup on it.
Well.
No, yeah, she was fucking boring. But Art Simone was up next.
Yeah.
Also really bad.
Also
really
thought it was boring.
Yeah.
Yes.
I do know that woman, that American woman. I do know a couple.
Oh, I do know her.
I do definitely know a few of her. So. I did laugh a little bit at that at least.
Oh
I think her winning the mini challenge probably got her out of like a low place.
Yeah. And I think the bleeps also. I did laugh at the bleeps. I enjoy that kind of humor when you like don't really have a joke, so you're like, let me just bleep out a long section, and then you make the joke for yourself.
Yeah,
I think that's smart.
I do that in numbers sometimes just because it works.
Yeah, that's really fun.
What's crazy about Art Simone is that I think the longest time a returning queen has stayed in the competition was Latrice when she survived 3 rounds. So she won the first challenge she was back for, then they voted Manila out, and then she went out the next round. So if Art Simone makes it past the next round, she'll hold the title for longest lasting returning queen.
Yeah.
Well, I think she's gonna win.
Yeah.
I think so
this
too.
was pre-written. I think this was a pre-done gag. Like they knew that they knew they were gonna try like get Art Simone out or someone big, I think, out and bring him right back.
I also think that it builds Art Simone even more to be the first person who left the competition to come back.
Oh yeah, RuPaul will do her favorite thing for the first time in Drag Race history.
Yeah.
We have a returning queen that will win the competition. Congratulations, Art Simone. Every time I hear that shit, for the first time in Drag Race history, we are breaking all the rules. It's like shut up. It's so funny.
I like it. I want her to one time be like, for the 6th time in Drag Race history, we are doing this.
That's good.
It kills me every time. Yeah. I love it.
That's good.
That'd be fun. But yeah, so Art was meh. Up next, we might have some more to say about etc. etc.
Ooh.
Who did Piss?
I think she's gonna be selling Piss at DragCon.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see some people getting pissed on by her. Absolutely.
No, selling it in jars at DragCon, not actually like.
Yeah, one's a premium package and one's the what you get to do.
Shut the fuck up.
I think it could have actually been funny if it was a bit quicker.
It would have
loved
been
it.
too long.
I think the jokes just took a little long.
Oh, you loved it?
I loved it. I thought it was.
Loved
Here's the thing. That to me is like my type of humor. It's like lowbrow without really kind of like insulting anybody. Like, and just like stupid. It was stupid. It was so like every joke was dumb and so obvious. But I personally was like, I think this is so funny. I thought she was going to be in the top.
Okay.
I firmly was like, this is a top.
I do agree with you that I don't think she should have been bottom 2. I don't think that she was the worst by any means, but I do think that she could have done better.
As the song says.
I did like the joke. It's number 1, not never number 2. That was very funny. I agree. I did not think she should have been in the bottom 2. Winner, maybe not, but top 2.
But she won against the. But you know what? She won against the narrative that we forgive. Scarlett Adams.
Her best
racist apology.
Yeah. So she had to leave.
Bye.
They said they them get them out of here. Get them out of here.
Oh gosh, right.
Get them.
Bye.
Yeah. What did you think? What do you think, Kels, about etc.?
I liked this, and I thought it was great marketing because somebody out there wants to buy piss. Like, they want that cheeky piss in a jar. You know, I think it's gonna be a top seller at DragCon.
Yeah, especially if it was like, oh my god, lemonades. And piss. Oh, like etc. is piss.
Yeah,
Piscetera. Piscetera.
Piscetera. Yes.
Piscetera.
Yes.
I think here's the thing. I think it was a smart plan. I think it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friends didn't like it. They thought it was gross too, but I think it was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely thought it was gross, but not like too gross.
Yeah.
It wasn't saying swollen pussies or whatever Scarlett Adams said.
Oh, we're getting there.
Well, speaking of, do we just want to hop right?
Here's the thing. I think every queen, I think a lot of baby queens, when you start drag, the joke, like I feel like every gay man even makes a joke about vaginas being gross or vaginas being scary or like blah blah blah. It's tired. Like, again, you are ignorant. Grow out of it. Like, vaginas are not scary. Vaginas are not gross. Like, they are part of the body. Like, making jokes at the expense of the female genitalia is like lower brow than making piss jokes, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, vaginas aren't that bad. I've been around.
Ooh.
I've done, they're not that bad. I mean, to be fair, like, if I eat ass, you can eat some pussy. Like,
oh my gosh.
They're not gross. They're a natural part of the human anatomy.
He said, if I could. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'm for it. If there's a market for it, I want somebody to enjoy that. So, yeah, enjoy some sweet vagina. No.
I did write a joke down that I don't know if it's 100% appropriate.
Oh, I'm ready. I want some joke.
So my first note next to Scarlett is apparently RuPaul hates piss more than blackface.
Oh my gosh.
That's the first time I laughed all week.
Yeah. And also we did not need another subpar Jennifer Coolidge impersonation.
No.
We did not need that to return.
No.
Yeah, and then that was all I had next to her.
I was like, stop bothering Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah, and it's not
Leave
even that
her
good
alone. She is just trying to make that Legally Blonde money. Like,
leave her alone.
Oh, also she was in that one movie recently with why can't I think of it? Tiffany Haddish and Rose Byrne.
Oh, I love Rose.
Oh, was it Boss Girls?
Maybe so.
Bad Girl. It was really good. I liked it. It was fun.
It was good, but I don't remember the name. Don't ask me about it. It was good though.
It was on like Netflix, maybe.
So we don't need to talk about the critiques, right? Because we already delved into Scarlett. Like the rest of
yeah, double deep.
So skipping to the lip sync.
Yeah, to be honest, I think all that people are really gonna remember about this episode, or at least all I remembered, is the whole thing with Scarlett.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember one other thing. Well, two other things. The first one was that Elektra finally won something.
Yep.
Yay.
And I think my guess is she's gonna get that fan favorite-y, like 4th place, 5th place slot right before the finale.
Yeah.
But the other thing I'm thinking about is when Maxie pulled out that fucking microphone.
Yeah,
I
would say that was really good too.
Maxie did exactly what we've talked about and everything. Is like she performed the song. Etc. was doing her 2nd, 3rd, 4th number of the night. Maxie was doing her first. And
like, what are you gonna remember? Oh, another split. Or are you gonna remember literally taking a microphone out of your titties and like pretending like it's karaoke night and you're on your 5th drink, just
every word. Do not
every
put the
word.
microphone out if you do not hit every word.
Every word. It was awesome.
I have a question about the microphone.
Okay.
How many times do you think she had that in a sleeve or in her cleavage? Like, how many times do you think she was standing waiting to see if she was lip syncing or not, and it was already there? I think
she came close twice to being in the bottom.
So at least twice.
Yeah, I think it's been in a sleeve or in the titties a couple times.
Yeah.
Look back for it. See if you can find it.
That's funny.
Would it have worked with the other songs, do you think?
No.
I can't remember what they were.
Perfect. Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah,
and the song was great. That song was amazing.
And
it was a song that you would karaoke to. That's why I felt like it really fit in.
Yeah. And she was hitting every riff. She gave either a chest bump or a head here. Like, she didn't do the that some people do. She gave it in the body, and I noticed it and appreciated it. And I said,
she performed it. Etc. was giving a number.
Yeah.
And
I don't think Etc. actually did bad. I thought she could have beat a lot of the girls back there to that song.
Yeah, definitely. They could have been a real contender in some of the lip sync against other people. I disagree that it was Etc.'s time to go.
I agree with that. I think she could have stayed a hot second more.
I think it should have been Karen and Maxie in the bottom.
Yep.
And
I could have even seen Art in the bottom, but I think that Art saved themselves with the reading challenge.
And probably the contract she signed when she came back.
Yep.
Anytime soon. And that was your one. You only get to eliminate me once.
Yeah.
How far do we think Maxie will go?
Maxie's going next.
Yeah, oh, really?
I see it being like a Maxie, Elektra, Kita.
Yeah.
It's
so crazy because Kita's been doing a good job in the competition.
I actually think Kita could maybe Kita could like take out Karen.
I think that, but would production let it happen? What has led you to believe that could happen?
Nothing.
Nothing.
But Karen should be one of the next to go. I think that Karen and Maxie have so far been the weakest. They've both in the bottom 3 times. Karen but the difference is that Maxie's kind of like been up and down. Like Maxie did very well last week, but like Karen has just like ever since that first challenge has been bad. Like not even like okay, like bad. So it's
it also seems like half the episodes Karen's edited out of. Like a lot of the time.
Did that before, yeah.
Like Karen's barely shown. Karen's heads are not really shown. Like Karen's moments are far and few between as opposed to the other contestants. They're burying Karen in the end.
So the question is, why is she still there?
Why? Yeah, that's what I said. But why?
Yeah.
And that's why I think Kita might be able to come out of like nowhere and like take out Karen, because Kita is fairly consistent in her talking heads, and she did really good on the reading challenge, and she didn't do good on Snatch Game, but she did not the worst.
It's like on a lot of challenge. Kita is one of the better competitors this season. Like she's been consistently doing well. I think consistently, Kita's been doing well, and Scarlett has been doing well. I think those two have been like the most consistent on like performance in the competition.
I could take that.
Yeah.
Statistically, absolutely, yeah.
But again, I really don't feel like Scarlett will get the crown, just because like how is that going to look? even if she gets the rest of the wins, I don't see how you could crown her after
what happened.
Yeah.
Like it would
She
be
also
really shitty.
doesn't give me winner. Like she doesn't hold that. Like there's some girls that just don't give you like when they're sitting there in their interview, you should be like, that's a winner.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that. Like Simone this past season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yeah, that season had a bunch of just this last season had a lot of winners, I would say.
Like Rose.
Oh, she could win. Oh, she could win. She could win.
Like last season, Rose was really great throughout the competition. She did a great job, but was she winner? No, there was never a point where it was like, "Oh, Rose's got this." Like, no.
I agree.
Yeah, even though she arguably like did the best that season.
Yeah,
like she only was in the bottom once, and it wasn't her fault. It was because of Tina.
Yeah.
Don't you blame Tina Burner.
You saw that
sorry.
face. You know what Tina Burner did.
She needs to fix those looks, and then we'll be all good. But if it makes you feel better, I don't think that she should have gone home the week she went home.
Thank you. It does. That helped a little.
Kelsey, I'm so happy that you can be Tina Burner's one fan in this.
I'm dead.
Yeah, you've heard of OnlyFans? That's just
that's
OnlyFans. We got the OnlyFans. I will say though, I do feel like the All-Star 6 promo was like homage to Tina Burner with the red, yellow, and orange.
Yeah, Tina Burner is the best queen of all time.
The All-Stars promo was sunset themed. Yeah. Tina Burner is hot garbage.
Yeah.
I don't like you saying this. This is a Tina Burner fan podcast.
Who put us here together?
I can't wait till we move on to our All-Star 6.
Oh my gosh. I hope this other thing that we're doing right now that's taking away my life, I hope that it's over by the time the 24th. But wait, that's 3 weeks. So what do you think?
It'll be over.
We're at top 6 right now. So 6.
I guarantee you the finale and All-Star 6 will be the same day.
The
same weekend.
Well, All-Stars is on Thursday.
Yeah. I think it'll be the same weekend.
Oh, same weekend.
I think we'll have one more week because we still have to boot out. Oh wait, is there a new episode this week?
Would there not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When does the episodes come out again? I don't know.
Saturdays. So there'll be one Saturday, one next Saturday, the Saturday after. And what I think is going to happen is there'll be a top 4, not a top 3.
Oh, please. Fingers crossed.
It'll be a 4.
Yeah, good.
It'll be a 4 episode down to a top 2. Like old Drag Race, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I think they're going, because there's only 10 queens. I think they'll do what they did in UK where they do final 4 elimination, and then at final 3 they cut someone and then it's top 2 lip sync for the crown.
It's not hard to figure out how many episodes there are supposed to be. Hold on.
I mean, we could Google it. Would you like me to do that?
Next week would be episode 6. So we would have 6,
7,
8 episodes.
8 episodes. So 6, 7, 8.
And then 3. So there would be 4 left. So that would put us at 6, 7, 8, 9. So are there only 8?
There's only 8 episodes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll do probably a Drag Race or a UK2 finale where they have final 4, take out Ellie Diamond, and then the 3 lip sync. Is my guess.
Yeah, you're right.
By Ellie Diamond, yes, and then
unless they do
take out Electric Shock and then the rest lip sync.
Yeah.
No, it'll be Karen. Take out Karen, the rest lip sync.
Okay, that's true. I keep forgetting Karen's done so bad just because I'm so convinced they're just saving her for whatever reason. Like,
yeah, but if they make her, then she's in all episodes of the show.
Yeah,
and
that would be a good.
Like, bye.
Oh, so then we could have like a
double elimination.
Art and
that's what I was thinking about.
This upcoming week. Would this upcoming week put them at 5 or 4?
Put them down to 4. I would be here for a double just because I'm kind of over these queens.
If they do a double, they're going to do a bring back.
No,
they already brought back. Because then they could do the final 3 and then chop it off and do 2.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
I think they've had enough scandal already. I think it's probably going to be a pretty basic season after this.
But I really genuinely think that Drag Race Down Under won't get renewed. I don't think it will happen again. I think this will be the only season we get.
Don't make promises, honey.
I wish I could keep them.
Unfortunately, I think the problem is that Australia is a very, not to offend the Australians, but Australia is a very problematic country. Like,
yeah, that's kind of what we were talking about. Yeah.
Ignorant.
Yeah. I mean, even my friend Joshua Felix was like trying to correct this guy from Australian Survivor because he was like using the N-word continuously, and his whole
what?
Yeah,
or like
I don't think that's okay anywhere.
Was he on
South on like on Instagram? Like every week on his Instagram, he would comment my blank, and everyone was fine with it. And like they would post it on like the official Survivor page, and people were coming after Josh for going after him. Like no one was correcting Luke. Everyone was like, "Oh, you're being too sensitive." So it's like the problem is the country. It's not individual. There's just a lot of problematic people over there.
Huh. Well,
I don't know too, because I feel like sometimes I feel like I don't realize how like comfortable people are. Because like I had a friend that I just made friends with this girl, and she hangs around these people, and like they openly call her a monkey, and I was like, what? Right? We were talking about on the train.
So upset.
That's what I said, and she's still friends with them. I was like,
no.
No.
Tell her not to be their friend.
Yeah,
that's what I was telling her, but she was like, I finally corrected them because they say the N-word around her, because like she said that they joke around on Jackbox like about, and like they've called her and like her sister monkeys. I was like, what?
I'm lightheaded. Oh my god.
Right?
No,
I was so gagged. I was like, you're not serious. I was talking to my friend about it on the way home. I was like, that's like the most weirdest shit ever. And like, I guess I just don't realize that some people let that happen. I was like, oh,
that's sick.
Where do you live at?
I live in New York, but these are people from Long Island, so I wasn't that surprised.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can understand it when he said Long Island. He was like, yes.
Yeah, no, okay. Not that it makes sense, but like
half of Long Island is okay, but then the other half of Long Island are just very like ignorant, I would say. I wouldn't say like intentionally racist, but like very ignorant.
Accidental racism. Yes.
Accidentally on purpose.
Yeah, accidentally on purpose. But it was like, to me, I feel like I would be even more angry about like being called a monkey than like them saying the slur. Like them saying the slur, I guess you could just correct it, I guess. But like, who thinks to call someone that? But
racist
people. That's who does it.
Ignorant people. They know what they're doing. They know that hurt.
Exactly. And I just met these people a week ago, and like I drove one of them home in my car because my other friend.
Your car is racist.
Oh, is that what that was while you were driving? I was wondering.
Yeah,
I don't know what it was.
No,
there's a dose of racism in your car.
No, my best friend Kira, who's Indian, is dating one of them, and he's a Trumpy. And I have to tell you, when we went to Six Flags, like the group was half and half. The group was half and half. Half were black, half were white. And when it was just me, Kira, and this guy in the car, he got a lot more comfortable saying some slick shit. I was halfway just to throw him off, so I told her about that too. I think I low-key broke their friend group up, but I'm not angry.
You can call an Uber, bitch. Get out the fuck out of my car, and you better not be in front of it because I will run you over. So
I don't know. It was just very surprising to me, but it reminded me that not everyone is from Twitter and like thinks about this stuff. But I can't imagine. But it's like, this is how America is. Imagine being in Australia and like the stuff they say there, because you know what they say, the worst things are not the things you hear, but the things that are said behind.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I don't.
But yeah,
enlightening.
I think Australia is gonna come back.
Yeah, maybe it's not the best place to have a drag competition.
Yeah, I'd rather watch Drag Race Antarctica.
Oh my god, just penguins and wigs? Absolutely.
I would live.
Yes.
I would live, laugh, and love.
You know what? New Zealand.
The runway theme is parka every time.
Can you imagine? I would say do Drag Race in New Zealand. I wouldn't be against Drag Race in New Zealand.
Yeah, just drop the Australians.
Yeah.
Get rid of them.
You know what? It's still down under. It's just New Zealand's.
Yeah, get some Polynesia in there. That'd be great.
Oh, please and thank you.
I do have a little bit of a topic that it's Drag Race related. It's not Drag Race Down Under. Have y'all heard about the big Widow Von Du moment scandal going around? Because I do have some inside information on this. And am I going to say it to everyone? Yes, I am.
Oh, what's going on with Widow?
So what the original reported story was that Widow Von Du got arrested for domestic abuse.
Yep.
That is not true.
Oh, okay.
Widow Von Du got arrested for defending herself in her own apartment because some white boy came in and she said, "Get out," and he wouldn't leave. And so she had to put hands on him and beat him the fuck up so he would get out of her apartment. Yeah. He then waits. And this is Widow's. He waits till her roast, which is her final show in Kansas City. She's moving to Seattle.
Yeah.
He calls the cops like right before the end of the show. So they show up during the show, arrest her outside of the bar, take her to jail in drag because he was trespassing in her apartment.
No, ma'am.
Wait, what was their reasoning for arresting her?
Because she beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, domestic abuse. He claimed that he got the shit beat out of him.
That wasn't her boyfriend. That wasn't like, this was some guy that like watched her dogs. He was like a line cook or something, I think, at Hamburger Mary's, and then he worked at Missy B's, another gay bar in Kansas City.
Oh, this is terrible.
But you know what?
Apparently he's known for this. Like, he gets into fights. He starts drama. I'm not gonna say who my source was, but if you honestly look at my Facebook friends, you'll know exactly who it was.
Yep.
You know what? But of course the cops.
Got it. That's good.
But no, yeah. I mean, I think this is pretty much common information going around Kansas City. But yeah, so I just want to say, because I've seen so much on Twitter, people have been like, "Oh, I'm so disappointed in Widow," blah 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 blah.
I haven't seen that. I've seen the reverse of it with the TikTok going around and like the defend Widow Von Du posts. That's what I've been seeing.
Oh, good. Maybe I saw it. Yeah, I haven't like checked up on it like in the last like day or two. Like this way, I think it happened on Sunday.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. Some people are too quick to jump on other queens, like, or to jump on people without knowing the full story. But again, that's why there's like certain people like Kevin Faulkner. Yes, I'm saying your name, but I don't like these people because they don't stand for anything. All they do is they say things that they think will get them positive attention and will make people like them, and they want to sound as woke as they possibly can. So they shit on people without knowing the story. So it's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, these people probably read the headline and that's it.
Yes,
that's it. That's it.
TMZ put out TMZ released a story that the headline said Widow Von Du arrested for domestic abuse. Like, before, so that was probably, but then I think recently after the one with her talking to Dorothy and getting arrested in drag. Is that the TikTok going around?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did see that.
It's such bad journalism too, because that's like basically slander, libel, by putting that headline out there. Like, that can ruin Widow's reputation by saying alleged domestic abuse. Like, that's still like saying domestic abuse, like when that's not what it is. But
no,
they don't care.
I will say she looked stunning getting arrested.
I love her.
She looked very
so
pretty.
Good. She looked so good.
She always does.
Oh my gosh, wait, I have the video.
Yeah,
there's a rant video, I think, of like the next night.
In my apartment, and someone else would not understand that his privilege does not extend to my apartment. I am being arrested for defending myself in my apartment.
Oh, God.
As a black man in this city, I am being arrested for defending myself in my apartment. And just because his ass got beat up because he would not leave when I asked 5 times, I'm being arrested. So what I want everyone to see is that I am being arrested right now.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. And that was at her like goodbye show.
Yep.
No.
That's so fucked up. And this is like, what, a fan?
This is a fan, co-worker.
Yeah, some guy who's apparently done this to other people.
Yeah, that's not a friend, that's a fan.
He's a mess.
Yeah.
She lives rent-free in his mind, so he needed to be part of her life.
Yeah, that's fan behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's such a shitty thing to do. Like, especially when it's her go-away show, and he knew what he was doing. Like, that's just
fully he knew what he was doing.
If I was Widow, I would countersue for trespassing.
Honestly, you might. Yeah, I don't know any that's the updated version of everything I know. But yeah, justice for Widow.
Justice for Widow.
Absolutely. Widow for All Star 7.
Please.
Honestly, I thought Widow was robbed in her season. She shouldn't have been in the bottom 2 the week that she went home. She did not lose that lip sync. I thought if they were gonna do a double save, it should have been for that lip sync. Widow was my winner that season.
Yeah.
Love also Widow Von Du. Really good kisser.
Oh.
Can I tell you? Okay, so this might just be a Widow Von Du gush session because I love her.
Wait. That made my lady parts twitch.
Ooh, okay. Let me tell you a story. So, this is the story of the most recent time I've got alcohol poisoning.
Okay.
So,
what's happening?
This was I'm from Kansas City. I grew up there. So I just graduated from college.
This is too much.
I'd seen Widow perform a lot. So I've been going to the gay bars since I turned 21. And it was just me, probably in some super little slutty, tight little crop top or tank or something, little shorts. I'd been going to the gym, looking cute. And so I went to one of her shows and sat front row with my best friend, who's one of her friends, because she's a theater drag kind of girl in Kansas City.
Okay.
And so basically in the show, you just basically give away shots, shots. So I got a whole bunch of these fun little blue shots. I got some pink shots. I got some. Then I proceeded to get after the show because I kept flirting a little, winky, smiley. So she comes and grabs me after the show and says, "You coming with me?" I said, "Okay." We went to the bar and proceeded to do, not all at once, but over the course of an hour. Let's say we did 10 Jack Honey shots.
Okay.
Each.
Okay.
That's a lot of alcohols.
And then, so that basically, I can't drink whiskey anymore because of Widow Von Du. But we did end up, then after she got out of drag, I was hanging out with my friends. Then, she came and got me. We danced on the dance floor. We felt all up on each other. We made out a lot. It was a lot of fun. She is a good time gal. She is a great kisser. 10 out of 10 would recommend. It didn't go any farther than that, but I had a blast.
I love
and the next morning, I couldn't move. I was on a mattress for the next 48 hours, throwing up, but it was worth it. I stand by that.
Oh,
what a great moment.
I can't wait to meet her again. I have not met her since then. I've not seen her really in person since then. She will not remember it.
No.
Because no one remembers that kind of shit. But I can't wait to one day if I'm ever on Drag Race, I made out with Widow Von Du. I made out with I want to work my way through girls. Be I've had this person, this person, this person, this person.
Not that.
That's my baby.
That'd be fun though. My friend slept with Ben de la Creme.
Did what with Ben de la Creme?
So my friend slept with Ben de la Creme.
Yes.
I'm confused about Ben de la Creme. I just don't know how I feel about Ben de la Creme. A lot of friends slept
with Detox.
Lots, yeah.
I think everyone knows someone that slept with Detox at this point.
Yeah. I know a couple.
Literally a couple.
Yeah, exactly. Anyone else made out with the Drag Race girl?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, there's still time.
I mean, my friend is the drag granddaughter of Tamisha Amon.
Oh.
She's coming for you.
She is coming for you. But it's once I saw how Tamisha Amon was, I fully got it because my friend is the exact same way. Well, ex-friend, I guess. I don't know. We're on and off. I don't know. Her name is Santangelo. She's a great drag race. She's a great drag performer. We're half the time we're friends, other half the time we're not friends because she is such a fiery personality that will always is coming for you. If you know what I'm saying.
Yes, I know what that means. Yeah.
Yeah. So when I saw how Tamisha Amon was, I was that is definitely her drag grandmother. 100%.
You see the family resemblance.
Yes. Do y'all love Tamisha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know how I feel about what's happened after the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With certain things, just business-wise.
I think the only thing I disagree with is $25 for a monthly viewing, a subscription.
Of a YouTube video?
Yeah, that's more than Netflix. Yeah.
Wait, you're right.
Yeah, double Netflix.
I mean, that I'm okay.
Now Plus presents.
Yeah,
It
literally.
is more than WoW Presents.
I thought like my biggest thing was the whole like any of the merch you bought, if you didn't get it, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that too. Yeah,
Like,
I think that she just needs a manager.
No refunds, no anything. She's like, sorry.
She should not be doing it. To be honest with you, I think that if she would have just kept her head low, I personally saw her coming back for season 14.
Yeah.
Like I saw her as Cynthia Fontaine because Cynthia came back because of cancer, because like that was the reason why she didn't do as well. So Tamisha could have been like, okay, I couldn't give my 100 on 13, so now I'm here for 14.
And she went out early enough for it to make sense.
Yeah.
That's why I thought they eliminated her so early. I thought they eliminated her early so they could warrant bringing her back.
That makes sense.
Because she shouldn't have been in the bottom. She shouldn't have been in the
Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
You know I love a conspiracy theory.
I do know.
And honestly, everyone might forget about everything that happened by the time next year rolls around. So
yeah.
People tend to like remember how everyone likes Silky again now? Her and Vanjie are the famous as ever.
What happened with Silky?
After they had the whole Puerto Vallarta thing for New
Oh my
Year's.
God, they were in Puerto Vallarta
They were
without
at that
masks
circle
on.
party.
Yeah.
Infecting everyone's grandma with COVID.
No.
They went to Puerto Vallarta for New Year's Eve. Her and Shangela, all three of them. Silky, Vanjie, Shanji, all maskless.
What is Silky doing at a circuit party?
In a city where they said, "Do not come here. Our hospitals cannot handle this.
Okay.
If you infect our public, they're dead."
Oh.
So all the gays said, "No.
Yep.
I want to make out with someone I'll never meet again on GHB." And
I mean, it's true. Go to a circuit party.
I'm like, you can't take a one night, like a year off. You can't just like, especially the Drag Race girls who are famous. They're gay famous.
Yeah.
Like, you're a Drag Race girl. Someone's and Silky, like someone someone was videoing them. Silky was always like she literally like knew she got
down.
I like Silky.
Well, there was also those like sexual assault allegations against her.
Oh yeah, also the freakies and sexual assault. Yeah, y'all need to research these girls more. You are like background checks and everything. Where's your background checks?
Running background checks on the girls, honey.
No, yeah,
apparently that's the thing that we need to do now. We need to send Big Brother Stan Twitter over to Drag Race because they know how to find shit.
They do. They will drag up your life.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say at least Big Brother Stan Twitter will bring things up that are like appropriate to be brought up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, if I ever have a reality show, I am going to literally hire Stan Twitter people to background check people because they do a better job than any person.
I mean, the Reddit people do a better job background checking the Drag Race girls.
Yeah. I mean, they get info on the shit before I think even RuPaul gets info on the shit.
Yeah. Well, I think RuPaul knows most things.
No, RuPaul don't pay attention.
She shows up, she shows out, and then said, "Give me my check."
Yep.
Yeah, really
money, please, and then leaves.
Which, to be fair, is most drag queens. It's me.
Yeah.
Me. Money, please. Goodbye.
The definition of Drag Race: going around begging you for $1 last week.
Literally,
yeah. My friends.
Drag queens are just like what are they called? Panhandlers, except in a dress and sparkly. Same thing. We're just inside.
Pretty panhandlers.
Yeah, we're just like, hello, thank you. We just put on music in the background and move our mouth. That's what they're missing. If they were doing a number, absolutely. I'd be throwing dollars.
It's funny.
I love how we haven't even been talking about Drag Race.
I know. I was gonna say, so Friends, Drag Race Down Under, dead to us, but
yeah. But you know, maybe it'll get good.
Maybe. This is a good hang, if anything.
Yeah. It is about Drag Race related things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess my one other question is anybody gonna talk about? Are we gonna have like a day where we talk about Meet the Queens?
Oh, for All Star 6.
Yes, like before the. I mean, we played silent. We played silent thumbs up, thumbs down.
On a podcast.
Dylan, we played a silent game on a podcast, so the audience can't see us.
That's hilarious.
And fully, like 30 minutes after, we're like, wait a minute.
Might not have been good. But yeah, so I would love to do a Meet the Queens
Well, we could honestly just start switching to All Stars 6, to be quite honest. We're in the preseason for it.
I had been meaning to go live and talk shit about that anyway. I like the cast.
Oh,
so next time, let's just do All Stars 6. You know what?
Yeah.
Fuck Down Under.
We'll give a highlights of Down Under if it's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we will jump right into All Stars 6.
Yeah. I don't feel comfortable calling it All Stars though. I think I want to call it some stars.
I would like to know exactly who you're referencing
on it, but it's just that like I don't know. I feel like at this point you can't call it All Stars because like Scarlet Envy.
Oh, that's true.
Like
I hear the girls saying this term second chances. So
or third.
I think they know. But I think they also are recognizing that if you're brought back, that means that you have something more to show.
Yeah.
Giving you all-star status. Because
I guess that's the way to look at it. Like now I'm an all-star, but it's like they're using the word all-star very loosely at this point.
I think what happened is it started out as an all-star, but then they took that as an actual franchise, so it's literally called Drag Race All Stars, and so they can't change it now.
But it makes
VH1 picked up so many seasons of All Stars, not of Second Chances. So you can.
But it makes me think, like, what if they did it like a legitimate All Stars thing? Like, we could have had some really amazing casts. Like,
but you also have to remember who's going to say yes.
Yeah,
the people are only contractually obligated to have to say yes 4 years after their last season.
Okay.
I think they could do it. One All-Star season every 4 years. I think, and I also think that people are starting to say no now because they're so frequent, so they know that they can just go on whatever. Like, I think Shea Coulee was, oh, you're not going to see me on All-Stars 3. Just wait, like All-Stars 5, I'll be there. It's like, yeah, but it's like back in the day, people didn't know if there even was going to be an All-Stars 2.
Right.
We waited so long. I think that All-Stars 3, it could have been like, you could have kept some of them there. Like you could have, I think Kennedy, Dayla, I think Trixie warranted come back, Shangela, but then they could have had Shay in there and Trinity there. If they waited till 10, they could have also had Monet in there. Like, I don't know. I think that if they had put more gap between these all-star seasons and also done 12-13 per season, I think some of the cast could have been fantastic. And then this season could have still happened, like a second chance type deal where, okay, maybe they didn't do as well in their original season, but they have more to show. I don't know. I think that just would have been the better way to do it because it's like at some point you're going to run out of queens.
Yep.
Yeah. I see it, but I can also see it the way like, but then if you only do it every few years, if you don't put a queen on that everyone's needing on, they're like, I'm not watching this.
That's the thing. I think RuPaul saw what he needed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we'll get more second chance people if we just keep doing all stars.
Yeah.
Like we'll get more, not that we need more Serena Chacha, but we'll get more people like more like Soniques.
Yeah.
More people who are like a grab. They're like, oh, remember her? And then we're like, oh.
But I also think you're going to start seeing more past all-star queens being
and I'm fine with that, honestly. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I want it to be more like Survivor. I want it to be more like the child where like people have vendettas, people have strategies, people are mad because this person voted them off on this season. I want that.
And I'm happy with a bigger cast because I think that when you have I think the voting thing is fantastic, but when you do it with only 10 people, there's only so much time that it can be interesting. With more people,
I can see that.
I kind of hope that they do what they did in All Stars 5, where everyone's up for elimination.
I do know the format.
Yeah, I do know the format.
Do you want
I think I know it too, y'all. I think I know it too.
Yeah.
Is it not
It's the same as before.
It's the same as All Stars 5 with an extra something.
Yeah, with an extra twist.
Well, wait, or do not? Did you put it in the envelope? See, and that's the siding, not on the side.
Oh no, the envelope was something else.
The envelope was something else?
Yes, the envelope was something else. We talked about it on this episode too, but I didn't bring it up because I didn't want to point it out. But yeah, the envelope was something else.
Envelope.
I'm excited for it. I think this cast is going to bring it. I think that this cast is going to be very dramatic, which is what.
But
that is what All Stars needs because All Stars spin a little too. Let's keep the fan favorites in, and it's been very kumbaya. Like I'm good. Like
yeah, I agree.
I mean All Stars.
There's no one here.
All Stars want to get not like the pairs, but I want the fighting of All Stars.
Yeah.
They all want.
I want Old Untucked.
Yes, thank you. Can we get back to that?
Where there's different rooms.
Yeah. I want the gold bar. I want the silver lounge. I want it all.
Yeah, Untuck has just not been it the past couple of years because it's like when you only have one room for people to talk shit in, like it's not going to stir things up because people can't like talk shit about each other.
No.
Yeah, and you get like
they can't strategize.
Yeah,
you need rooms to strategize too. Like that's kind of
where you need breakout rooms. Yes.
You need breakout rooms. Like I don't know. The closest thing we've ever gotten to a strategy is Relaska Talks. Being in a
they didn't even say it out loud. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like an unspoken pre-made.
Yeah.
No, I mean I'm down to. I've heard maybe this season will be a little more strategic.
Yep.
Okay.
But we'll see.
I want to host a drag race game where it has the format of All Stars 5 because I think that Orgers would do a lot better with it and make it a lot more fun.
Are you referencing Lip Sync Assassin maybe?
Oh, that too. Yeah, have Lip Sync Assassin. But like having the voting process on top of the competition, I think is genius. And not many shows. It's like the only show that has done that, and I think the org community would do very well with that. But the problem is I'm not a drag queen, so I don't feel qualified to host it. But I mean, we have drag queens.
We have two right here.
Yeah, I'm like, hello. I'm pretty sure we both already host drag competitions.
Yep.
In the org world.
And I was trying to explain my role on this show, and I want to talk directly to the audience right now. I'm going to talk directly to the audience. I am here because I am a fan of the art form and a novice. So I'm not proclaiming to be an expert in drag. I am proclaiming to be a super fan who is very into learning about drag. Thank you.
Oh, I appreciate what.
Thanks for coming to her TED Talk.
I guess if I had to clarify as well, I guess the reason why I'm here is I as well am a big fan of drag, and I've also been around the ballroom scene a little bit in New York City.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, drop it.
I love ballroom. To be honest, ballroom culture is I love that more than just like going to a drag bar, because ballrooms are so lit.
Dylan, okay.
Yeah, but and I guess if I had to be an expert on something, I would be more on like the commercials and the comedy, like stuff like that, like and singing and stuff like that would be my style. But I appreciate the art of drag, and if I knew how to do it, I would do it. But you would never see me be able to do makeup.
I'm unqualified to do this podcast, so we have not.
I think you mean unqualified.
Shut the fuck
Not
up.
unqualified.
Not the exploding koalas. Calm down.
Oh no, it's Exploding Kittens. I'm like, isn't that a game? No.
That is the game.
It's the Australian version of Exploding Kittens. Exploding Koalas.
Then I guess I want to know what I need to have prepared for next week. Am I coming with my recap of we watched the
both?
Yeah, I think if there's anything you feel is worth mentioning on.
Yeah, here's the thing. Unless you just don't want to watch it, because then don't watch it.
Yeah.
I already watched it.
Then no, the next episode.
Oh, the next episode. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you want to prepare some thoughts, prepare some thoughts. If you don't.
Okay, and then
All
please
Star
be respectful to Killer Queen. Thank you. That's all.
I'm gonna keep watching Down Under, but I think I'm gonna more so watch for highlights than like because to be honest with you, I'm probably gonna skip through some of the episodes. I might have already been doing that a little bit. Not gonna lie. But I'm gonna try to continue to, of course, watch the runways because I love the runways and the challenge, of course. But to be honest, I'm not even a fan of like the workroom scenes with these queens because I'm just not interested in them. Like, I find myself doing that with more of these seasons because there's less queens that I'm like attracted to, like learning their story. Because I feel like a lot of queens produce themselves now. Like,
it's less authentic,
it very much like if you watch season 4 of Drag Race and you compare it to season 13 or the internationals, I don't know. I would even say UK feels more authentic than current Drag Race seasons do. I don't know how to explain it, but you know how on Big Brother they like have scripts for the diary rooms now?
Yeah, they'll like feed you lines and shit. Yeah.
Sometimes that's how I feel. And it's like I can't tell if they're being fed lines or if they're just saying things that they think will be like quirky or funny.
Yeah, like I wrote this line before I came, and now I'm gonna say it. Yeah,
that might be it.
And it doesn't correlate with people. Like my favorite Drag Race girl is Jasmine Masters, and Jasmine Masters is anything but what's the word? Put together? No. An act, I guess is the word.
Yeah, okay. She's not putting that on.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, anything but a put on. Like, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, totally.
I actually think she would have been great on All Stars 6. I think that this would have been the perfect season for her.
She already came back.
I think they should have saved her for All Star 6.
I do agree with that.
I think I love her so much. I think we're getting exactly what we're gonna get every time. We've already got it from her.
Yep.
I'm not saying don't bring her back. Please bring her back to every All Stars. But she might go home first every All Stars.
That could be funny too if they had a girl that they brought back for every single All Star.
Listen, until she made it past one episode.
She
gets 10 All Stars episode. We're not saying in what season, but 10 total.
Give me her on half the season, even if she's the Roxy Andrews of the season. Like that's all I want. Like, well, did you hear that? For her stand-up thing, she had meant to interact with the audience, but they wouldn't let her. And that was why she did so poorly. Yeah, so
we didn't know that.
She was unprepared because she had prepared to like interact with the audience and like ask them like questions about themselves and then roast them. Yeah. But because she couldn't do that, she was like, well, shit, I guess I'll just do my viral video. That's all I know how to do. And I think that she could have done very well doing that because Jasmine is very kind of like Bianca in that she's good at roasting people and like reading them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So I think Jasmine actually could do well in the competition. I don't think she'd win, but I think she could do decent if she got like a fair shake.
Yeah. Like she's a pageant girl. She knows her stuff.
Yeah.
I just want 5 episodes. I'll take 5 episodes.
Yeah, I would love. I mean, that's the episode. That's the amount of episodes she's ever been on Drag Race.
Ooh. It is. It is. Oh my gosh! Wait, it is.
Well, plus the Christmas Holiday Spectacular, so 6.
Which she had no confessionals in because she stormed off.
She left, yeah.
And she also wore a bag over her head.
Okay, that was iconic. So funny, did you know this is a random thing. Did you know they shot that backwards?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. They shot the runway first, everyone won, and then they came back in and did like their entrances and shit. Or something like that. Like,
yeah, it was never meant to be real. Like,
yeah, it was always fake.
Oh yeah, and I love the fact that Jasmine Masters is technically a Drag Race winner.
I stand by that. She's everything.
I do.
She deserves it.
But technically, that also makes Trixie Mattel a 2-time winner.
Stop. Used to exist.
And on that note, thank you for listening.
Yes. Oh yeah. After we haven't been talking about the episode for like an hour now.
Oh my gosh.
But no, yeah. So next week is going to be
Down Under All Star 6.
There we are, Down Under All Star. We are going to get down under the cast of All Stars 6.
Yes,
and we are going to tell you what we see. Yes.
As always, thank you for listening to Silent Podcast, Drag Race Down Under, or whatever we want it to be about Drag Race. I am Robin from Human Resources. You can follow me at Robin from HR on all platforms.
I am Elise Navy Dad. Oh wait, no, we do it at the same time.
I was going second because like I'm like, you know, like I feel like in the middle, like a second.
Okay, no, Kels, you go, Kels.
I'm Kel. Meanwhile, Kels on all the platforms.
I'm Elise Navy Dad. I'm at Elise Navy Dad on Instagram, on Venmo, on Cash App, on Twitch, and I am Elise Navy _Dad on Twitter.
And I am Dylan. I am at Slightly Bitter with an AH at the end. You can find me on Twitter and on Twitch and on YouTube, all with that same name. I have rebranded, but my Instagram is still at Dylan Does with a Z.
Yes. All right. Thank you for being here. Shh.